Welcome back, survivors. So I got great news. We finally have another console patch 3. It was just posted on the forums as of August 30th, about 2 hours ago, which would have been 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They finally posted that they submitted console patch 3 to Sony and Xbox, and we are now waiting on Sony and Xbox to drop that update for us. So we should be seeing the update for this very shortly, which is really good news. But to go over what they fixed, is they fixed actually a lot of stability and performance issues. They did fix an issue that caused a much higher volume of disconnects from online multiplayer games. So they fixed the multiplayer problems. Fixed an issue that was preventing zombie corpses from turning into gore blocks as quickly as they are intended to, which caused drastic performance slowdown during horde battles. So they fixed that horde issue where you guys were getting major lag during the horde nights. And they implemented a system to back up save files on PS4 so that if a player's save data becomes corrupted due to a crash during the saving process, which happens quite a bit, they will lose very little progress. So I don't know exactly what they mean by that, but that's awesome. So that means you don't have to back up nearly as much. So that is a huge bonus, especially for people like me who like to record a lot of 7 Days to Die on the PS4 and hate those crashes. And now it does say that this fix will only work for any future saves that become corrupted. It will not be able to recover data for users who have run into save data corruption prior to patch 3. So if you already have a file that's corrupted, or I don't know, some along those lines, it won't work for that. It will only work after the update. Fixed a crash that would occur sometimes while using the crafting menu. Never come across that. Fixed a crash that would occur when a player would take part of the mini bike while another player was driving it. I don't know how the hell you guys figured out that you can open up a mini bike and take a part out of it while a player was driving it, but that's freaking amazing that you guys have done that. Fixed an issue that was causing more frequent crashes in local multiplayer games. Fixed a crash that would occur when the first player for a local multiplayer game would quit as soon as the second player joined. So there's a lot of multiplayer fixes in this one, and I'm sure you guys can definitely appreciate that. Fixed an unresponsive state that would occur on Xbox One if the player removed the controller, suspended the game, added the controller back, and attempted to remove it again while on the main menu. That sounds like a lot of steps. I don't have an Xbox, so I've never come across it. Fixed a crash on PS4 that would sometimes occur when dismissing a controller disconnect pop-up. Crash that would occur occasionally when accessing loot containers. I've never come across that one either. Fixed a crash that would occur on PS4 while loading a map after setting the system's language to Arabic or Turkish. Yeah, I haven't come across that one either. Okay, so there's some art and animation apparently they've done. Fixed an issue where the lighting update in patch 2 caused lighting inside buildings to be too dark. There you go. I guess people who were like, ooh, it's too dark, you're gonna get that fixed. Fixed an issue introduced in patch 2 that caused the mining helmet light to be too dark and to have a dark ring obstructing the player's view. I don't think I come across that really, because a mining helmet to me looks really natural. So this would be interesting to see. Fixed an issue where having motion blur on while riding a mini bike would cause the character model to shake violently. I'm going to have to go and check that one out. Fixed an issue where the texture on the terrain would occasionally fail to load. Fixed a number of miscellaneous issues with character models and animations. Cool, okay. So, audio. He fixed an issue where sound effects for thunder would play at too high of a volume. Thank God, guys. Like, it's been way too much of scaring the shit out of me. Thank you for changing that. Fixed an issue where sound effects for rain would play at a volume way too high. Once again, thank you guys. It's going to make my recording life a lot easier. Now you guys can actually hear some of the gameplay instead of me having to crank it way down so you can actually hear me talking. Now, this is exciting gameplay. Alright. They fixed an issue where the layout of the D-pad controls was inconsistent across items. You know how sometimes the up arrow would be scrap and sometimes it would be to eat or it would be to drop? They changed that. Down is now drop, right is favorite and scrap, left is recipe, repair, and use, and up is equip and other. So that's 6. So those D-pad controls are going to be streamlined all the way across, so you won't have any more accidental scraps, which is really cool. So now this is an Alpha 15 thing. I do remember Joel saying this specifically that in Alpha 15 he's making these changes. Changed horde spawning slightly to ensure each of the players in the multiplayer game will get attacked by a horde no matter where they are in the world. Now what used to happen is if you're on a multiplayer map and there's multiple people, multiple bases, only one person would get a horde on Horde Night. So now apparently they've made the change so that everybody will get a horde on Horde Night. And that makes things real interesting. So if like a lot of you were hiding out and hoping one person got the horde and you didn't, well, that doesn't work anymore. And also too, I think encourages people to group up on Horde Night to help each other during the attack, because why would each of you take on an attack when a whole bunch of you can take on the same one, you know what I mean? And that's kind of pretty cool, I think. Added an improvement so the player can hold X on PS4 or A on Xbox One on the left arrow to increase the number of items while crafting. Nice. Yes, multiple item crafting, guys. You know how it was like click 100 times to make 100 items? I guess apparently now you can hold down X and make multiple items. Thank you, Iron Galaxy. You listened to our bitching. That is completely amazing. I'm so pumped about this patch. Added an improvement so that the player... Oops, I just read that. Fixed an issue where hordes would vanish and fail to respawn if a player quit out of the game in the middle of a blood moon. So that's awesome, because I've heard of people having to log out because of the lag on the blood moon, and then they lose all their spawns and, you know, all their loot, which really sucks. Fixed an issue. Yes. Fixed an issue where doors to pre-existing buildings and POIs would respawn after being destroyed by the player. Thank God, guys, no more floating doors, no more respawning doors. My multiplayer world is gonna love this. I got so many floating doors on that stupid thing. Fixed an issue where it would briefly be snowing and the world load regardless of the current biome. That's an issue? I thought they did that on purpose to blanket the textures to make it load faster. My bad. I guess I just learned something. Fixed an issue where the mini bike would occasionally stop on steep slopes. Nice. So that mini bike issue you guys see me have a lot of episodes ago, they're fixing that. I made that tunnel for nothing. That's alright though. That's okay, because my new tunnel system looks so much better anyways. But sweet. You know how like on the 45-degree angle your mini bike would get stuck, especially on like the ramps and stuff? They fixed that. That's so sick. Okay. Fixed an issue where time would pass in the game while the building environment portion of the world loading sequence. So I guess the game actually was running while you were loading it. That's kind of weird. Fixed an issue where structures near a large lake in Navisgane would collapse on player contact. That's awesome. Fixed an issue on Xbox One where cobwebs would spawn when a player would place a mini bike chassis. That's kind of cool. I wish I got to see that one. Fixed an exploit where a player could duplicate wooden crates by building a diving board-like structure and standing on top of a crate placed near the end of it. Alright, well, that's new. I never heard of it. How did they figure this stuff out? Like, I've never heard of it. And I mean, I've talked to thousands of you, so I've never heard of anyone doing that. That's new. Fixed an issue where the menu cursor would not snap to search bars. Cool. Fixed an issue where the pipe bomb would fall to the player's feet when thrown. That's awesome. Slightly increased the number of bird nests that spawn into the game. Are you kidding me? Added the version number to the main menu screen. Oh, okay, that's kind of cool. So guys, that's pretty much wraps it up for patch 3. So on the PS4, it's going to be version 1.04. The Xbox version is 1.0.4. So you guys were asking before, you know, why does my PlayStation say 1.03 or 1.02 and the patch is patch 1, 2, or 3? It's because on Xbox One and PlayStation, the way they implement them is completely different. So the versions are different. So what they do for the patch notes is they go patch 1, patch 2, patch 3. And guys, we are officially on patch 3, which is pretty cool. It doesn't say anything about the stuttering bug, which is a little disappointing, but we'll definitely see here in the future what they bring to us and any more exciting news. So once again, guys, I want to thank you for coming out and checking out the video. And as always, back up your game saves, stay classy, and always survive. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Peace.
We about to turn it on. We about to turn it on.